Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's a son for call me. And yeah, so let's talk about the news. So we got some Borderlands movie news, and they just revealed another cast that's gonna be playing a character. All right, so the cast is Ariana Greenbelt is gonna be playing as Tiny Tina. Jamie Lee Curtis will be playing as Tannis, and this is kind of old, but Jack Black will be playing as Claptrap. Alright, so thoughts on the casting. I thought Jamie Lee Curtis as Tannis is pretty good. She looks like her, but the problem is, Jamie Lee Curtis is pretty old, so it's like, alright, so which timeline is this supposed to be? It can't go far from 2, because Roland's supposed to be there, and Tiny Tina is supposed to be young, so it's like, alright, so is this a sign where they just like, oh yeah, this storyline that the game built and everybody loves, yeah, fuck this, we're just gonna make shit up. Alright, so Jack Black as Claptrap. Man, I could see Jack Black in the Borderlands series. Like, I could see him, voicing some character in the game. But him as Claptrap, it's like, no, you really could have, asked the original voice actor to come in and, do some lines, because I don't think he's doing anything. Alright, so Ariana Greenbelt as Tiny Tina. Okay, obvious thing that has changed about Tiny Tina is, they race swapped her. The actress, I guess, is Hispanic. She was in Infinity War as, young Gamora. And the actress who played Gamora, Zoe Saldana, she's Hispanic too, so they got a younger version that looks like her, so obviously they picked an Hispanic, so yeah. Alright. What do I think about it? The race swap thing, I mean, I wish they kept her white, but I guess, overall, it doesn't really matter until we see her performance. And the only movie that I saw her in was Infinity War. That's about it, and she didn't really do much. She had some, parts where she talked, but it's like, it's nowhere where I could, kind of see, oh yeah, I can see her playing as Tiny Tina. Like, I haven't really, I guess she hasn't been in any movies where they kind of, got her acting, the movies that I haven't seen. So, I'm trying to think who could play as Tiny Tina, but it's like, most child actors are bad, but the ones that are good, they're too old to play as Tiny Tina, or at least they can play Tiny Tina when she's slightly older, like in the 3. But like, I think they're gonna be basing this story around the 2. Yeah, I don't know who could play as her. But Tiny Tina is my favorite character, so I'm kind of worried. I'm just looking at this like, please don't fuck up, please, because I liked her. In the second one, she was great, but the third one, it was like, oh, she's here, she's older. All right, adios. That was it. So yeah. Alright, next news. The Golden Globes was attacked for having a lack of representation. I'm not going to talk about everything. I didn't even fucking watch it. There's just one thing that kind of, attracted my eyes. Because Taylor-Joy was there. No, but yeah, Taylor-Joy, she won for Best Performing by an Actress in The Queens of Gambit. And I'm not sure if everybody's talking about this, but I just saw one article. Someone cropped this, so I don't know. I couldn't find it. But they were saying that she's the first woman of color to win in this category since 2018 Queen Latifah. So a lot of people were confused because, they're looking at her like, woman of color? What the f? Now, if you don't know, she's actually Latina. She's Argentinian. And, Argentina was ruled by Spain, and they speak Spanish, and yeah, it's Hispanic, it's Latina. So, I think a lot of people don't understand what being Latino is, and they assume, oh, that means you're this ethnicity. And it's like, no, being Hispanic, Latino, it's not an ethnicity, it's a culture. So when someone claims that they're either Mexican, Puerto Rican, Guatemalan, Ecuadorian, Argentinian, they're talking about their culture. They're not talking about, what ethnicity they are. Because, it's just like how white people claim, oh, I'm Polish, Greek, Italian, Irish, English. They're just talking about their culture. Now, white people do have different types of ethnicities, but overall, the skin color is the same. You're white. But it's different with Latinos because, there's a mix of every skin color and every ethnicity. There's Asians, Europeans, African, and the natives that live there. So just remember, when someone claims that they're Latino, it doesn't have to do nothing with their skin color or ethnicity. It just means that's their culture. So Taylor-Joy did nothing wrong. She claims that she's a Latina, and that's what she is. It's just the people that categorize her as a person of color didn't know what the fuck that means. So now there's articles, attacking her, saying, oh, she thinks that she's a person of color. It's like, no, that wasn't my fault. It was them motherfuckers that put me in that category. I didn't say I was black or brown. Now, is she a person of color? I don't know. Like, that's the thing about, skin color. Like, it's easy to identify you with just your skin color. But if you are this, but somehow you get this skin tone, people are going to just assume just by your skin tone. They're not going to think you're that other one. It's the same thing with biracial people. If your parents are white and black, then, you are white and black. You're 50-50. But if your skin looks more white than black, then people are going to think, oh, you're a white person. Why are you saying the N-word? Like logic. You guys know he's biracial. All right, guys. I got some sad news. They ruined Lola Bunny. They took everything that was perfect about her in the original Space Jam. And now in Space Jam 2, she's got nothing. Fuck. Alright, that was just a fucking joke. Obviously, I don't give a shit. But there's a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people that got so fucking mad at this shit. It was fucking funny. It was like, so women can't look like women. Oh, this is censorship. It's those type of stupid shit. It's like, bruh, like in the 90s, that Lola Bunny was obviously just, fucking eye candy. Like, she didn't really need to be there. Like, there wasn't any important scenes where, it could impact the story. She ain't had much dialogue. She was just a boring character, but she looked sexy. And that's the other thing. So, you guys are telling me you're gonna stop here? Like, you're saying, oh, I'm not gonna jack off to this. No, you're gonna keep jacking off to this, alright? Shut the fuck up. You complain for no fucking reason. Like, you could go to DeviantArt. There's a bunch of those shits, alright? Like, fuck. Now, that's the one thing I'm wondering. Like, okay, in the first movie, they really did nothing with her. She was just eye candy. The fucking animators were horny as shit, so they just needed something to draw. They wanted to draw tits and ass, so they got her. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this before because this was the first thing that came out. Space Jam 2 screenshots has come out, showing off more about the movie. So yeah, I think that's where we got the Lola Bunny comparison. So, yeah, okay, so I'm looking at the screenshots, and I'm wondering what the fuck is the story gonna be? Like, the screenshots, they look great, but, like, what's the story gonna be? Like, that's what I'm really interested, because, with these, old one-off movies that came out 20 years ago, and now they want to get a sequel. It's like, are they doing this because, they think they can make a movie out of it, or are they just getting this because they want to get a quick check? Like, either way, it's always gonna be profit. But, like, are they getting the right people to do this movie? Like, we like, either way, it's gonna make a lot of money. But, just like how The Lion King was, it was a boring movie, but, like, a lot of people have nostalgia goggles. But because they love The Lion King so much, they look at the new one and say, oh, it's a good movie. It's like, it's not. And then, they get their kids to watch it with them. So, the movie is gonna get a lot of money. But, I'm just speculable. What's that word? Fuck it. You guys know what I mean. You probably don't, but let's move on. So, Days Gone, a PlayStation exclusive, is coming to PC, and a lot of fanboys are mad at this. I don't care. I don't like this console war shit. It's like, who's still doing this shit? I understand if you're a kid, but like if you're a grown ass man just fighting in the comment section or just arguing about console war. Shut the fuck up. And these grown-ass men are, like, emotionally invested in companies doing well. It's like, what are you, investing stocks? Most of them don't. It's like, it's like this is some type of gang shit. So there were a lot of PlayStation guys, fanboys, mad at this shit. Mad that this was happening. They felt betrayed by Sony. But, like, they don't give a fuck about you. All they care about is money. So they're porting this game to the PC because they think they'll get money. Like, who gives a fuck about your loyalty? They don't give a fuck. But here's the thing. Like, people are getting mad because, you know, the value of PlayStation is going down because there aren't going to be any exclusives. Like, you know, you can get these same games from PlayStation in the PC. They think there's going to be a mass exodus from PlayStation to PC because, oh, there's no reason why to get a PlayStation. But it's like, no, I mean, there's already, like, it's already happening right now. Like, people are starting to play more on the PC because it's the better way to play games. But, like, there's still a lot of people that don't want to game on a PC because, you know, I'll admit, there's just some stuffs that are annoying when you're gaming on a PC. Don't want to say it right now because it's just going to be a long-ass list. But I can see why some people don't want to play on a PC because there's just a lot of problems. I get that. So I can still see people still play on a console. And to see those people, you know, like crying about, oh, you know, there's not going to be a good reason to have a PlayStation. But it's like, okay, then don't leave. Like, you know, you don't have to, you're not being forced to play on a PC. It's like, oh man, like, no, you could just stay in your PlayStation. You can stay in your console. Who cares? Like, you can game however you want. Like, it's just you. You're the problem. All right, last thing we got to talk about is Pokemon and Nintendo news. So, they just had a Pokemon event showing off the new Pokemon games, and it looks really good. There's the Sinnoh remake and Pokemon Arceus. The Sinnoh remake, at first I thought it was another Pokemon Go type of thing. I got really mad, but it turns out to just being, you know, it's not that. It's just a straight up remake. But it's just the characters look chibi. You know, that's what they chose as design to look like. So, yeah. So Pokemon Arceus. Now, this is the game that I've been waiting for. Holy shit. An open world Pokemon game. This is what we wanted. This is what everybody was dreaming for. And yeah, it's finally coming. Really excited for this. The only thing I'm worried about is the hardware. Like, even look at the trailer, the FPS was just dying. So hopefully the Pro, which we're going to talk about after, is powerful enough to run this game. So yeah. The Pro. Nintendo just announced that they're going to be making one, and they're going to be soon be revealing it. Now, from what I'm seeing, it just looks like it's going to be a very good Slim, because hardware-wise, I'm not really sure about hardware-wise. I'm not gonna talk about it, but like, it looks like it's going to be it's just basically a bigger screen with an OLED screen, better battery life, and that's about it. In dock mode, they say they will output 4K. So, now here's the thing. It could output 4K for, you know, the resolution for the menu, or 4K as in, oh, you could play videos from YouTube or Netflix on 4K. That's about it. Not your games. Wait, you thought you could play? Nah, what the fuck? Or maybe it's a very good upscale. Maybe, I don't know. Now again, I don't know if hardware-wise it's gonna be powerful enough to run games on 4K 60. I don't know. So that's what I'm gonna say. You know, low-key, I might get this. Just OLED alone, that's a good ass screen. You know, I think I'm gonna get that shit. You know, depending if it could run games 60 FPS 720 on portable, and then 4K or at least 1080 60 on dock. Yeah, maybe I'll probably get it. You know, and it can run games smooth. Like the Switch I have, you know, it's not bad, but like, you know, when I play, sometimes in some areas it's annoying. When I play Breath of the Wild, it's just the FPS just goes down. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna say. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me Twitch, and Twitter. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just leave it. Bye.